Hello and welcome to Addis News Hour. With the news, I'm Shifar Aulako and many thanks for joining us. Now moving on, Pakistani ambassador to Ethiopia, Shozab Abbas, underscores that his country has played a significant role to support Ethiopia at critical times. In an exclusive interview with ETV, the ambassador indicated that any intervention by some Western powers on Ethiopia is not necessary. Kasaun Chane has sat down with the ambassador and filed the following report.
As a long-time friend of Ethiopia, I'm sure Pakistan has made its own observations regarding undue foreign pressure mounting in Ethiopia. So here, how should the global South cooperate to forestall the dangers of this Western intervention, according to you?
In the current situation, I believe that Pakistan and the people of Pakistan, the government of Pakistan, has all sympathies towards your country. And we are behind you. In a very recent episodes, either it is in the United Nations Security Council or in the United Nations Human Rights Commission, Pakistan has supported the cause of Ethiopia and conveyed to international community that any outside intervention in a sovereign state would not be acceptable under international law. So the international law dictates the international order, how the countries should build their relationship. So I believe we is a law-abiding nations. We all trust in international order. We all want to strengthen that order. And I believe that international community would heed and adhere to the principles of international relations and avoid any kind of intervention in this sovereign country. So with this fundamental principle, Pakistan would remain with the people of Ethiopia, and we, inshallah, extend all possible support which is possible within the diplomatic and regional context.
Thank you, Mr. Ambassador. Moving on to my second question. As part of this Western-led effort to choke Ethiopia under pressure, some embassies here have been issuing false alarms, making it look like Addis Ababa is falling and that chaos will soon ensue. What is your position in this regard?
I think we should not discuss this question in isolation, only Addis Ababa. Yes, if we are talking about Addis Ababa was perfectly all right during the entire period of this internal strife. I would say that when people evaluate the security standards of any place, they determine not only within a small specific region, but they take it in totality, that how the entire country is actually looking like. Is it really in chaos or is it not? So I believe that when the TPLF people were advancing towards Addis Ababa, a natural fear came into the minds of many people, especially the foreigners, because foreigners have a very little information about the local peoples. So the fear is a natural reaction. So we should not be offended by their reaction. It is their prerogative. It is their national right to protect their self as well as their properties. But after having this recognition that the security is the fundamental right, we should not disseminate any wrong information to outside world or even to the local world.
And finally, how have the Ethio-Pakistan relations been going at the moment?
And we still have a very strong partnership in all domains, particularly in economic field. Our businesses are flourishing between the two countries, and people are eager to come to Ethiopia to start investment in Ethiopia in agriculture sector, in textile industry, in pharmaceutical, and even in social fields like education and health. But the deficiency is connectivity between the two countries. So I would request that the Ethiopian airline should immediately resume regular flights between Addis Ababa and Islamabad or Karachi, so that the people from the two countries should move freely, and they may have more opportunity to understand each other, visit their different places, and see that how the two countries are actually flourishing the businesses. So I think once that connectivity question would be resolved effectively, the businesses will definitely not only double but tripled, because there is a lot of potential. Pakistan is also an agricultural country, but we are also advancing very fast in light engineering technologies. Also, the information technology is also booming in Pakistan. So I would say that if really the two countries may come closer to each other, they can benefit, and the trade potential is there, and it can increase many, many folds.